McElroy here with Timeless Fence. Today we're going to look at, in a fence layout, how do we determine that we need a brace post in a turn, or can we use another method? So what we're going to look at today is, with a curve, we know we're going to have a curve in our fence, we've got to decide what we're going to use. The specs that I typically use, the recommendation is, if we have a 150 degree to 180 degree, we do not recommend or require a brace. So in lieu of a brace to make a turn, we can use an H-post. Now, how do you determine what 150 degrees or greater is? And that's what I want to explain today. So we're going to use our existing H-post in our fence line right now, and we're going to call this our apex. So we're going to start here, and with our existing line, you want to measure from the apex down the existing line 20 feet. And so we've done that here, and we've illustrated it by two step-in posts down here. And the first step-in post right here is 20 feet from that H-post, and so we've marked it. Now we've come back to our apex. What we want to do is, we have an imaginary line from the apex in line with our existing fence right here, and we're going to measure 20 feet in the imaginary line from the apex right here, and that's what we've done here, and we've marked it with another step-in post. Now here's what you need to remember. As long as these 2 points are 10 feet or less in distance apart, and here they are 19 inches, if it's 10 feet or less, then a corner brace is not required or recommended. You can use an H-post. So anytime that you have a turn in your fence, whether it's following a driveway, around the edge of the woods, along a creek, this is one method that you can use to determine whether or not you need a brace, or if you can just use an H-post. Now, one thing I will recommend when you use the H-post, and it's also recommended if you ever use a wooden post, that when you install this post, you want to lean it out, lean the top of it out just a little bit. So when you put tension on the fence, you may get a little bit of a flexibility right here. But you can tell this post is leaning out just a little bit. So when this was installed last year, we actually leaned this out about 3/4 of a bubble on a level. Okay, so if it's plumb and you put stress on it or tension on it, you might get it to lean in just a little bit. Same thing for a wooden post. Over a period of time, the post may pull in because of the tension on the fence. So this is one method to use, the best method that I know of to use in determining. So again, 150 degrees. Now, if I use the terminology 150 degrees or less, here's 150 roughly. Less would be going toward a 90-degree corner, which of course we would require and recommend your corner brace system. But from the 150 to 180, just one single post is all that you will need to make a turn. All right, I hope that this little tip helps you today. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Timeless Fence System, 1-800-788-4709.